kind of does it and puts it together. It's really been a lot of fun.
Can you take us through how he contacted you and how long did it take you to jump on this offer?
Well, I kind of probably, I don't know whether he got the wrong number and I answered or something. I don't know. But no, I don't really know how, it came about, but we got a phone call and was obviously very excited to come and, if nothing else, just get an opportunity to kind of stand in the background and see how something's operated. And that's what's been really good. He extended the offer, and I was really excited about that. My wife and I are really excited about being in Ann Arbor.
Taking over the wide receiver group, what was the first thing you wanted to teach this group of wide receivers?
Well, I think, there obviously is a lot of talent there, and good young talent. And, the thing I really enjoy is being in that room with them. They're really good people, good young men. For us, one of the, kind of focus areas has been, ability to, number one, get open, especially against, all the press coverage that you see. They've really, worked on honing their skills and trying to do what we're trying to teach them to do, and yet we've got a long ways to go. But at the same time, it's really a fun group of guys, and it's great to be around them.
Did you remember much about them from that game last year?
Yeah, and we knew a little bit about, obviously, the personnel, and we knew the talent that was there. Obviously, Tariq got us on a big one, and we knew a lot about Donovan going into it. And it's great. We even had Grant Perry back today. He was able to go through some drills, but yeah, they're definitely some good players, and really like the way Tariq is attacking it as well. So just like I say, I mean, they've been very attentive and fun to work with.
With the few new faces on the offensive side, how much have you been able to kind of shape a little bit with the offense and how that?
Like I said, I came in to learn what Pep's teaching and help him in any way I can.
But surely you're contributing, right? You're offering some.
I hope I am.
Like, what kinds of things did you bring to the table?
I just, more than anything, just trying to understand kind of what and how, and then maybe over the years of doing this, maybe there's a thing or two that maybe can help, our guys play fast, but like I said, I'm not reinventing it. It's an offense that's here, and I'm just trying to learn it.
Were you looking for an opportunity to watch someone else drive the ship after doing it for a while yourself?
Just any opportunity from that standpoint. You learn how much you miss it when you're away from it, and I was away from it for a time, and more than anything, the camaraderie of the staff, and more than that, just being able to be around the players and have an opportunity to affect their lives in a positive way.
You crossed paths with Jim before. Anything that surprised you about how he was running things?
I really, obviously studied him from afar, but have never been on the inside of it. And there's a lot of things that I'll take with me if ever given the opportunity again that we've learned from him, and I just look forward to continually learning.
What are the pieces that stand out?
Well, I think, probably his approach really with the team itself, how he interacts with that, how he handles some of the outside things that go on, and he does a great job with that. And I think his preparation is something that's really good.
In the past, Jim's had a fairly sort of all-hands-on-deck approach to calling plays and running the offense and stuff like that. Is that different this year with Pep sort of running the show?
Yeah, he kind of running it, and like I said, we're just here to help him.
With the wide receivers, where have you seen improvement so far? What still needs to be improved between now and September 1st?
What I've seen is I think their approach to being aggressive, and we took a lot from our basketball team from the standpoint of going up and getting rebounds, man. I mean, and that ball, when it's in the air, you know, getting it off the glass in a hurry, getting it chinned, and making sure that when we do get the opportunity down the field, the things that are referred to as 50-50 balls, you know, we've got to come up with those and give our offense an opportunity to change field position.
Is anyone in particular winning that battle more often than not, the 50-50 ball?
You know, I just like I said, right now as a group, you know, I think we've touched on Tariq and Donovan. You know, Oliver Martin, I think has really stepped up and done some really good things, you know, moving forward. And, you know, it's great to get Grant back a little bit. Obviously, Nico Collins has been doing a great job. He's dinged up a little bit. I mean, there's nothing earth-shattering, okay? But he's been held out a little bit. And I'm looking forward to getting him back in that rotation as well as we kind of move forward.
When you first stepped in, did you sense frustration amongst the receiver groups for their output last year?
No, I didn't sense. You know, I was trying to learn their names, so, but no, I didn't sense anything.
We had a couple of defensive backs come in and mention Jake McCurry. You don't know hear a lot about walk-ons. Should we be reading into that?
No, I tell you, he's a guy that stepped up, and Nate Shanley has done some good things. I mean, those guys. I just can't tell you how proud I am of them for how hard they come out and work. You know, we really try to focus on paying attention to details, and what are details? Those are the everyday things that you do in your life to help you be successful. And you know what? For the most part, they've been trying to accomplish that, and it's great to see. And they're fun to be around. I'm going to say that again. It's great to be back in that room, build the relationships, and you know, be a part of their lives.
It's only been a few months, but how are you feeling about being able to just be a football coach rather than the CEO of a football team? And are you enjoying that? Or?
No, it's been, you know, I mean, I've had great opportunities, and you know, the last opportunity was a great one. We made some wonderful friends and learned a lot, and you know, this is another opportunity for us to get a little bit better, and there again, you know, just be involved in helping, you know, some guys grow.
You know, for Stan, about SEC speed, how does this compare out? I mean, you know, is that a myth that the Big Ten, for instance, and a Michigan, for instance, doesn't keep up with an SEC team in terms of speed?
You know, I think each league is built differently, you know, because you build your teams to win your conference, and yet, you know, we've got some speed here, and what Don and those guys have done on defense, and the people that they've kind of brought into what he does defensively. There's a lot of overall team speed that's really good here, and we've got some guys that can run pretty good on the outside as well. So, you know, it's hard to say, and yet you get in those matchups, and it kind of proves one way or the other.
What's it like going up against the Dan Brown defense?
You know, every day's an adventure. It's actually, just for me personally, I was able to go against him when we were at Colorado State, and he was at Boston College. Right. Obviously, a couple times, you know, recently, and guy's really good. And you know, one of the great things kind of about this game is the chess match, and your ability to stay up late and try to figure out a way to help simplify it for your guys. And what his defense does is really force you to kind of really step back, number one, and make sure that you're sound in everything that you do. Because if you've got an open gap, he's going to find it.
A lot of those young guys have talked about releases, getting off the ball, receivers, and like something last year they thought they maybe struggled with. How much have you emphasized that this spring, and how much growth have you seen?
You know, every day. You know, as you build your teaching manual, I guess, for lack of a better term, as wide receivers, a lot of people point to the ability just to catch the ball. Well, you aren't going to catch it if you're not open. So the number one thing that we do when we start every practice with, we've had great work with our secondary in some individual release drills, just trying to help our guys put some things in their toolbox, you know, to help them be successful. And I think it's, so far, you know, I've seen a lot of progress.
And what's really, how would you evaluate the three quarterbacks you guys are working with?
Well, you know, there's a group working there that you know, I think have been doing a good job, and you know, more than anything, we focused with that receiver group about, you know, let's make them look good. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, that's kind of been the point of emphasis.
A couple of years ago, ESPN asked a bunch of coaches for a one-word response to Jim Harbaugh, describe him. Yours was, I think he looked around, didn't answer. What would, if we asked you that now? Yeah, you
did. I
sort of didn't answer.
Probably because I was like, well,
what,
I don't even know the guy.
But you know him now.
Yeah.
What is your impression? You, I mean, you knew of him, obviously.
Sure.
And met him at a couple bowls.
Great ball coach.
Ultimately, how can these wide receivers make the offense better?
Well, you know, that's a position that you have an opportunity to truly affect the game in a positive way. You can have an opportunity to change field position drastically with your play. And that's what we're hoping, you know, within the system that's built to be able to go do.
You enjoying this weather?
I'll plead the fifth on that.
It's not usually like this.
No.